Welcome to the channel. This is Mercedes is an E350. It's going to be from 209 all the way to 2016. So there we're going to work on the fuse box. So I'm going to explain you the fuse box diagram. So I'm going to show you what the various fuses are for, and then also I'm going to show you what the various the relays are for. Let's begin. So for beginners, this car is W212 is going to be for the pre-facelift from 2009 to 2013, and then it's going to apply for the facelift from 2014 all the way to 2016. So this car has two main fuse box. The one is in front, just next to the driver and next to the strut. This is the front one, and then the other one is going to be on the trunk, and that's going to be on the passenger side, and that's the one we're going to be working on today. So this is the location for the trunk one. All right, let's just dive into it and let's begin. So for the fuse box on the trunk, this is what you do. You just come right over here. So our fuse box is right inside here. So you just use something like a flat Phillips and just pry it out. Just like that, it exposes the fuse box. And so I want to point out something. There's some fuse box, there's some fuses up here, so we will not be able to reach it. So normally what I normally do is I just pull this thing out, the cover. I let this cover come out. So let me just go ahead and take it out. Then once that's done, I'll show you guys, and I can just show you one by one all the way. So once that's out of the way, so this is exposed. So this fuse box on top right here is the one I was talking about earlier on. All right, let's begin. So let's begin from below right here. So we'll start from this one right here. So the fuse 37, this is for the driver seat head restraint solenoid. Also it's for the passenger head restraint false solenoid. So the next fuse is 39, which is 30 amps. This is for the left front door control unit. Next fuse, which is going to be fuse number 41, is 30 amps. This is going to be the right front door control unit. So we come to this other section right over here. So this one right here is going to be a spare, the yellow one right over here, and then next we're going to go up to right over here, which is going to be kind of whitish. This is for the fuel pump relay fuse. And then next above it, we're going to have a missing fuel pump relay, which is supposed to be in between this white stuff 5, which is going to be on top. So next is going to be 5 amps. This fuse number 43 is going to be telematic services communication module. And then we go to the 30 amps, which is going to be fuse number 44. Is going to be for the front passenger seat partial electric seat adjustment switch. And then we go to the next one, which is 30 amps too, which is fuse number 45, is a driver seat partially electric seat adjustment switch. And then the last one, which is going to be 7.5 amps, it is going to be for the keyless go rear window antenna amplifier. So literally it does a lot of bunch of stuff. It's going to be working with the alarm and stuff. And for other car variants, is going to be for the coolant circulation pump relay. So we come to this other section. So we're going to go to this fuse 92, which is 15 amps. This is for the DC AC converter control unit. Next is the 10 amps. This is fuse number 91. Is going to be a front sum control unit with fuse and relay module. And then when the section is done, we come to this yellow section. So we're going to start with this 40 amps, which is going to be fuse number 67. This is for the sound system amplifier control unit. And then you have one blank space right here. And then we come to the 25 amps. This is going to be for the rear bus speaker amplifier. And then the next is going to be fuse number 70, 5 amps. This is for the tire pressure monitor control unit. And then the next one just above it is 15 amps, which goes to be fuse number 71. This is vehicle interior socket front serial lighter with ashtray illumination. Next is fuse 72, which is 15 amps too. This is going to be for the cargo area socket. And the last one, which is going to be 5 amps, is fuse number 73. This is for the OBD. We come to these two fuses, which is just right over here. The first one is going to be 15 amps. It's going to be fuse number 88. This is for the intelligent servo module for direct select. This is for the transmission, in other words. And then the next one is going to be 20 amps, but in other cars it's supposed to be 30 amps. This is for the special vehicle multifunction control unit, or in other car variants is going to be for the fuel system control unit. And next we go to this pink section. 20 amps is going to be a fuse 75. Is going to be for the stationary heater unit, or in some other engine variants is going to be for the oil cooler fan motor relay. And then we go to our next, which is going to be 15 amps. This is going to be fuse number 76. This is for the rear cup holder, rear center console socket. This is for the USB electrical connection. And then we have some missing space right here. And then the last one here is going to be fuse number 78. It's 7.5 amps. This is for the media interface control unit. And just like that, we're done with this pink section. So let's cross over to this white section. So the first one here is going to be 40 amps, which is going to be a 61 fuse number. Is for the tailgate control unit. And then the next one is going to be a 25 amps. Is going to be fuse number 62. It's for the driver seat control unit. And then we have a missing fuse. And then we have the last one right here, which is a 25 amps. This is going to be the front passenger seat control unit. Next we come to this green section. Let's begin with the left section. So this is going to be fuse number 87. So 7.5 amps is for the emergency call system control unit. Then we have two missing fuses. The next one is 5 amps. So this one is for the reverse camera. And then we go to the last one, which is going to be a 7.5. So it's going to be for the second 15R connector sleeve, or in other words, emergency call system control unit. So this green section is done. And then let me mention something quick. So if you look down inside here, this is where I get the numbers, like the fuse number. When I say fuse number 74, 84, 83, these are the numbers. So if you want to get to know them, just go close to where the fuse is and then you get the number. Then one last thing I have to point, when you see to the right over here, there are few slots over here which are empty. So if you see like you have an empty space in your fuse box, please know that there's some variants which use leaves or empty places. And then we come down here, we come to these big fuses. So this is going to be 50 amps. It's fuse number 50. So this one is for the right seat belt retractor. And then just next to this one right here is going to be for the left seat belt retractor. We come to fuse 40 amps, fuse number 49. So this right here is for the rear window heater. And then just like that, we exhaust this section for the fuses. So we're now going to study about this relays. Let's begin. And then we have these two small relays which are black in color. These are circuit 15R relays. This one here, this is for the rear window heater relay. And then when we come down to this other relay, just similar to this, is gray in color. So this is for the seat adjustment relay. So as I was mentioning earlier, the bigger relays normally handles more currents or more than the smaller relays. So right, let's go to the other relay. Other relay is just down right over here. This relay, this is for the second 15R relay, is mostly concerned with power. So when you turn on ignition, this relay activates and then powers most of these components in the fuse and in the car. So if you find your car doesn't have these fuses, or they have extra fuses, then you know your trim is different. And then normally there is kind of like check on your car manual, so that you can know what kind of fuse is that and what function it is. Then it will be able to help you when you're fixing your electrical problem or any problem within the car. Alright, thank you for watching the video. I hope it helped you. If you have any question, you can leave in the comments section, and then see you next time.